Sorry. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out.
Ever since I first cast eyes on the SLS AMG, I knew I was in love. That beautiful, slender nose, gull-wing doors, and the growl of that V8 is the stuff dreams are made of. Then Mercedes introduced the AMG GT. It may not have had the gull-wing doors, but it still had the same commanding presence as its predecessor. The only downside was that both of them were two-door sports cars and low on the practicality scale. Mercedes has remedied that with the AMG GT43, 53, and 63. This AMG GT43 is considered the entry level into the AMG club with a price tag starting at around $90,000. Add a few options and you're knocking on 100 grand's door quite quickly. While there may be faster cars for less money, I doubt many of them look as good. This thing looks, feels, and smells the part. From its stunning looks to its seductive interior, it screams exclusivity while remaining practical to a degree.
Just looking at the trim in here, and everything is a touch screen on the dash. Well, I don't know. Is this a touch screen too? No. So you get one touch screen and one that's not a touch screen, but you get two 12-inch screens in here displaying everything. You got your G meter and your rev count and your speedometer. And then this has some kind of electronic boost system where it tells you when you're gaining the boost or when you're using the boost. It does get relatively decent gas mileage, especially compared to other AMG cars. So who is this car for? Well, if you want a daily driver that looks the part, feels the part, maybe doesn't go the part, and you've got 100 grand that you don't mind spending, this could be for you. It is comfortable for the driver and passenger, at least. The back seat is tight. Getting in and out, if you're over 6 foot, is going to be a challenge. I'm about 6'4", and I've got to sit in very carefully. I got to duck my head, come on in, get positioned. But once I'm in, I'm good. So let's take this thing for a spin and see how it feels. It's not bad. It's very sure-footed, even with the traction control off. That 4MATIC does a great job. This thing just took off. I'm wondering though if I can get my gear changes a little better. Oh wow, and all the LEDs changed to red. This is nice. One more time. Sport Plus, manual. Okay, hold it in first. Not bad. It's fun. It's not E60 M5 fast, that's for damn sure. But it's fun. I love the technology about it and the looks and everything. You guys could have done a little bit better. I'm finding it difficult to justify $100,000 for this car. I will say though, this thing is quite clever. You've got your turbocharging, you've got an electric supercharger, which provides that boost while the turbos are getting ready. It's got your 4MATIC all-wheel drive. So it is quite the tech fest. And for the most part, all of that works together to get you power and better fuel economy. That accompanied with all the gadgetry on the interior. You got your big ass screens for navigation and all your driver info, all the different ambient lighting, and you can change the colors and the brightness. AMG flat bottom multifunction steering wheel, your flappy paddles, several way power seats. I'm not even going to count how many. You know, and it's got a lot of nice touches in here, a lot of good quality materials. So along with the badge and the look, you're also paying for the premium materials on the inside. I'll give it that. It is, the more and more I drive this and the more and more I sit in it, it starts to appeal to me. The level of refinement and the quality, the smell of everything. It's, don't get me wrong, it's a nice car. It definitely has its niche. There are people who this is exactly what they want. Maybe they don't want all the power in the world. They'd rather have better fuel economy for a daily driver. I can see that. Because, man, this thing does look good. But you've got to ask yourself that question. Is it worth $100,000 to you? And that's going to remain subjective. Because, again, you're paying for the exclusivity of the AMG badge. So it all depends on what do you want. And while the inline 6 may not be the best sounding power plant in the world, it's very smooth, it's refined, and it gets the job done. I love an inline 6. It's one of my favorite engines of all time. It's no slouch. It's just that for the price tag, can you do better? Some will say yes. And again, personally, if I'm going to buy something like this, if I've got to have that look and I want that badge and I want this level of refinement, I'm going to go ahead and maybe skip a vacation or two and spring the extra 10-15 grand and get the 53. It still has the same engine, but roughly 70 more horsepower, which is a lot. When you're springing all this money for a car, what's the difference to go an extra 10K? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Is this a car you would buy? Or do you agree with me? Would you spring the extra 10K and get something with a little bit more power and hopefully some cooled seats? Because I'll tell you, my butt's been sweating this entire time I've been talking to you. Not that you needed to hear that. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See you next time. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put it in Sport Plus. and we're going to let the car do its thing. I'm not going to shift gears. I'm just going to build a little bit of boost.